Alright, welcome back everybody. Oh, let's see, the ad break is still going. Gives me a little bit of time. Didn't know the ad break just didn't want to sync up. That's fun. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, welcome back everybody. Let's get it started. So, today is just going to be some more cards because I need a break from that game. We're still not done with that game. Oh, I can't even say next time will be the last time for races either. There's so much more to do with that one. But yeah, we've got one of the more two of the more recent Magic the Gathering sets, being Aetherdrift and Tarkir Dragonstorm. So I'm gonna open the Aetherdrift first, and then we're gonna go to the Tarkir. Say hi to Daisy, because I picked this up while I was getting these two as well. Alright, let's get this open. I may or may not have someone join me today. But if I don't, I don't. It's just par for the course. Huh. I wasn't expecting that to just open that easily. I'm so used to fighting these. Alright. I'm not really looking for anything in these. I'm just kind of opening them for the love of the game. So we got carrying case. So we got the promotional artwork. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. Makes me want like an actual Magic the Gathering racing game. Reminds me of never did figure out if it was supposed to be Jack X or Jack Cross combat racing. It's probably one of those, and the other one's just British. No, you're just gonna go back over here because I don't know where else to set you. So yeah, giving me a lot of racing vibes. I wonder how they came to. Yep, it's card time once again. How you doing, E-Man? Dismiss that. I got magic for you this time. I hope you're getting ready for next Saturday. Alright. Oh, and wonderful World 1 video. I can't wait to see how World 2 plays out. If I had any time, I'd try and join you. Yep. Good old +1/+1 counters. Some tokenal artwork. I forget what these are. You're welcome, man. Like I said in the comment section, I'm waiting for the death comp. You could do that. Do that. There we go. I'm gonna stick that in there. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna go in there. Yep. Nope. Yep. Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. I'll set it down over here. So we should have 8 packs, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and the life die. Oh. Hang on a second, because I don't know what these are. I have no clue what these are. I kind of want to know what those are. Hang on. Let's see. What does the back of the box say? We've got... Okay, so we've got 9 packs. Yeah. Oh. Foil lands and regular basic lands. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, there's something here. There's also supposed to be a free alt art in here. So we're going to see that, hopefully, in a second. So, let's go ahead and open one of the lands up. I don't have to worry about the packaging and everything. Alright. So yeah, here we go. We got the lumbering whirl wagon. And then the rest of them are just the foil lands. I don't need to show all the lands. Now, its vehicle's power is equal to the number of lands you control. And when it enters or attacks, you may search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Now, what does the Crew 4 mean? That's what I gotta find out about. I don't know what the Crew 4 means. What I also need to try and figure out is if anything that I've got here is actually going to be necessary. You know, I can at least show every version of the foil lands here. And when I open Tarkir, there's going to be a different set that are foil. You have the plains, you have the island, you have the swamp. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you want to. Ah, it's shy. Got the mountain. Yeah. And force. These are actually really nice. Like, I love the track designs and artwork. I love how it's in the first person view of the person driving. Gives me Wipeout vibes looking at all of these tracks. A Wipeout and F-Zero vibes. I love these. Okay. So you get all the lands here. Which I'm pretty sure this is also lands. Or it might be tokens. We'll see. Might explain some of the extra little perks that Aetherdrift has. Because if I'm not mistaken, Aetherdrift has its own little, like, stuff to it. Yeah, it's more foil land. Actually, no, these are regular this time. Yeah, these are regular this time. We'll stack the lands on top of each other. Alright. First pack. Let's see what we got in here. Could be good, could be a dud. I'm trying to keep one pack, but I don't know. Might not be the best one I could keep. So we have an emblem to start with. I don't know what emblems really do. But we have Chandra. I'll keep it on its own stack. I don't know if emblems really do anything different. We got Spin Out, which destroy something. Just your basic, like, destroy it type thing. Luxodon Surveyor. Sky Streak Engineer. Hopefully we're actually going to get some dupes here. Leonin Surveyor. Oh, a Cat Scout. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed 4. During your turn, this creature has first strike. The speed and crew stuff is what I don't understand yet. And I might have to look some stuff up for that. Perhaps. I don't know. Lightning Strike. Everybody likes a good old deal 3 damage instantly. Light Wheel Enhancements. I said Light Wheel Enhancements. There we go. Good old enchantment. Oh, at max speed, you can cast it from your graveyard. So I wonder if that goes off as long as I have some speed or something on the field that can do some sort of speed. Because then I can cast that. Okay. Has vigilance. Aether Jacket. Artifact creature. Destroy another target artifact when you sacrifice this. Okay. The Cloudspire Sky Cycle. I'm loving all these designs actually. Distribute 2+1/+1s among 1 or 2 other target vehicles or creatures. Crew 1. Interesting. Wait, no, artifact. Well, actually, it's a vehicle. So they're artifacts, but they're vehicles. A little interesting to try and differentiate them. Another one, air response unit. Oh, tap any number of creatures you control with total power 1 or more. So that's what crew means. You tap a creature you control that equals the power. I see. So there must be some sort of synergy between tapping these vehicles or tapping things within the set. The Slick Imitator. Cousin of the Smooth Operator. Tries to imitate actually getting into focus. The Fang Guardian. Guardian of the Fang. Ape Druid. Another target creature or vehicle you control gets +2/+2. Interesting. Howl Squad Heavy. Goblin Merc. Other goblins you control have haste. Oh, could this work with the general? Do I? I don't think I still have her. I might. Let's see here. I don't see it. I don't see her no more. Okay, hang on. I must have put that one away. I have General Krieg, one of those. I wonder if that guy can work with that. Create a 1/1 red goblin token. The token taxes combat if able. Interesting. Oh, and when you're at max speed, you add 1 mana for each goblin you control. I see. I see. Your standard run-of-the-mill blue card of counterspell. Foil, though. Spell Pierce, unless they pay 2 extra mana. And then Scour Barrens. Enters tapped. When it enters, you gain a life. And it's a split land, which is nice sometimes. I don't know why I thought for a second it would give speed too. So a land would give speed. But maybe that would be too broken. I don't know. Maybe that's just broken. I'm not sure. Anyway, next pack. Anyway, next pack. Oh, we got an art card. So, what could this art card be? Do I have it upside down? No. Okay, no, it is supposed to be that way. Is that a shark? Is that Jeff's cousin? Yo! Hey, yo, Jerome getting it. I like that. Yeah, I'll do this like Pokemon. I'm gonna put the land first this time. So we got the Dismal Backwater, which is a split land of water and swamp. Does the same thing of adding life, but enters tapped. I'm seeing a theme here. The Pothole Mole. Mill 3 and return a land from your graveyard to your hand. That might be purposeful. Also, I could see that. I could see. Oh no. Oh no, I could see that for some commander ideas. Especially for a certain Final Fantasy character coming. A certain somebody who, if you do the math right and you get the setup right, she can do like 10 grand in a turn. Gear Seeker Serpent. Oh, actually, E-Man, I don't know if you heard about that. There is a Final Fantasy collab coming up in June. So if you had any interest in Magic and you haven't played yet, that I'd say is probably one of the better times to see if you can't get into it. I mean, I understand it's a card game. It's going to be really hard to actually get into anything with scalpers and everything. But, you know, if you want to, I might have a way to send you some stuff. Tariffs be damned. Let's see. Gear Seeker Serpent. Let's see. This creature can't be blocked this turn if you pay 6 extra mana. The spell costs 1 less cast for each artifact you control. And I would assume that counts vehicles. Since vehicles are artifacts. The gears are turning. The gears are turning. Swiftwing Assailant. Another start your engines. At max speed, it gains a +1 to its defense and vigilance. Okay. Gilded Goda. Tap any number of other creatures you control with a total power 1 or more, and then this mount becomes saddled until the end of the turn. Oh no. Oh no, the treasure token stuff is back. Whenever this creature attacks, saddle, create a treasure token. That's funny. Kind of surprised it doesn't say anything about like getting a +1 or plus something, +X for when you saddle it. But I guess that wouldn't be entirely fair since you get a treasure token on top of that. Well, I found the vampire for the vampire deck if I actually wanted to still use vampires. This is funny. At max speed, you get lifelink. This is just funny. Flying and haste. I'm going to stick that to the side. I might be able to use that. Unironically, I don't think anything that we have pulled matters in the slightest. Magic's like Pokemon in that it has borderless stuff that I should be aware of, but most of these cards are not gonna be hitting that that type of way. Yeah. I have Chandra the emblem, not Chandra the legendary planeswalker. Nor have I gotten any of the Gear Hulks or the Radiant Lotus yet. It's a good idea for me to always check because, you know, sometimes things need to go in sleeves as fast as possible. Whether I'm going to play them or if I'm going to loot them, like the goblin that I am. Oh, that's funny. The basic mountain land is $1. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. The basic mountain land is $1. That's funny. The basic mountain land is $1. Okay. Alrighty. Let me scroll back up. Nothing I've seen so far. I'm looking for yellow borders is also the thing. Yellow borders mean first place edition apparently. So we're looking for those. Uh, Veloheart Bike. Oh, when this vehicle enters, you gain 2 life, and you can tap it to add mana of any color. And then if you tap it for a crew power of 2, they become artifact creatures until the end of the turn, which comes back to the serpent. Dynamite Diver. This creature saddles mounts and crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. Oh, so it's a little bit of a crew engine then, I guess you could call it. And when it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Interesting. Alright. Pace Sitter Paragon. Exhaust something to put a +1/+1 in double strike. The Voyage Home. Actually, that one sounds familiar. Let me make sure, because I thought I saw something about that, but... Okay, no, never mind. Affinity for artifacts, so less cost when you have artifacts. You draw 3 and gain 3 life. I didn't have a this was the first sorcery. I'm kind of surprised this was the first sorcery. Alright. The Rocketeer Boost Buggy. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. You can exhaust it to make it an artifact creature. Alright. Oh, wait. I'm starting to see the vision a little bit. Okay. Oh, we got the regular Lumbering World Wagon. And not the foil one. I wonder if it always come with lumbering. Okay. So I want you to know something funny. It doesn't really mean a lot, but apparently the borderless version of this card, not this card, not the foil, the borderless version of this card is worth less than this card, apparently. That is funny. That is entirely funny. You cannot fathom how funny that is to me. Oh, we actually got a Gear Hulk. The Coal Stoke Gear Hulk. Construct. Menace and Death Touch. Put target. Wait, so when this guy enters, you put a target creature card with 4 value or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. I don't know what a finality counter is. That's new to me. That's new mechanics. And then that creature gains Menace, Death Touch, and Haste. And then it gets exiled. Jesus Christ. Good lord. Good lord. And it's an artifact. And then finally we have the Prowl Catcher specialist. Foil. Starting to see a little bit of the vision here. Not sure if I'm getting enough here that I would try and make something out of this though. Maybe just to, like, you know, mess around. This is look better. Oh. It's Uncle Jeremy. Yeah, first you had Jeff, and now you have Jerome. Now it's Jeremy. Oh, a basic island. Damn. We're on a hot street. Alright, the Ripclaw Wrangler. When it enters, each opponent discards. Jabiric Omnivore. Spectral Interference. Counter target artifact or creature spell, unless you pay 4 more. In the business, we say, get fucked. Spot Cycle Scouter. Just checking something, by the way, don't mind me. Alright. Then we got the Aetherdrift Catalyzer. Ooh, at max speed it adds 2 mana. Interesting. One thing I'm still not trying to... I'm still not getting exactly how you get to max speed. Because if it's only when on turns your opponent loses life... Not each attack... Then I have not seen an instant or a sorcery that puts you to max speed yet. Maybe like an enchantment? The question is, though, if you hit max speed and then lose a card that says start your engines, do you still keep all 4 max speed? Or does that go away? Grim Bauble. Target creature an opponent controls -2. Interesting. A Vishkar Raceway. Is that what the company from Overwatch renamed itself as? Oh, this land has start your engines now. Okay, so we finally have a land that starts that starts the speed stuff. This has no cost. This has no cost. Oh. Oh. That has no cost. Marauding Mako? Eh. Sorry. Heard my phone here. Whew, don't mind me. It's been up for a while. Whenever you discard one or more cards, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. Well, I see who works with who. And that doesn't even say. That doesn't even say until the end of the turn. It just keeps gaining +2/+2s. Or +1/+1, sorry. Molt Tender. Oh. Oh no. Mill a card, exile a card for your graveyard, and add one color of mana. Ah, another legendary creature. Calaxion, Hungry Tyrant. Sometimes I can't actually see what is the head here, and then I see the open mouth. I like the crocodile. Race the scoreboard artifact. When it enters, draw 2, then discard a card. I wonder is what's starting to work here. We got another Gear Hulk. Interestingly enough. That's 2 Gear Hulks. And finally a second sorcery, Collision Course. Deals X damage to the target creature, or X is the number of permanents you control that are creatures and or vehicles, or destroy a target artifact. Oh. Oh, that could go so south so quickly. That's only 2 mana. Then again, all those vehicles are of different colors. But also, then again, treasure tokens. I don't know. I need to actually look up Gear Hulks and see did Colstuck have anything? Borderless does, but regular's not that great. That's kind of sad, but I guess that also makes sense. All right, let's go through another pack here. That pack anymore. Come on, get in the trash bag. There you go. Alright, so we've got my kazoo on the floor. We've got the elephant token, which is interesting that it's just an elephant token. But alright. I'm gonna keep that over the emblems. I don't really care. Ah, a new land. This Jungle Hollow. Another one where it's just a split, gain 2 life. Or gain 1 life, sorry. Ooh, a second collision course. If I can keep getting more of those, I might have something on. Clamorous Ironclad. Has Menace, so it needs to be blocked by 2 or more creatures. Crew 3 and some cycling. Oh, it's a vehicle. Risky Shortcut. Draw 2 and each player loses 2 life. Sometimes it's hard to see, but okay, no, it's people in there. I thought it was a tractor driving over spikes. Another pothole mole. Keen Buccaneer. Does he look like a Bloodborne character? Am I the only one? We got the Interface Ace. Saddles mounts and cruise vehicles using its toughness rather than its power. When it becomes tapped on your turn, untap it. Was it tapped? No, it wasn't. Burner Rocket. When this enters, target creature gets +2 and trample. Sabotage Strategist. Is that the collector from Mortal Kombat 11? Ah, they put him out of a job in the Netherrealm, so he had to become a racetrack saboteur, huh? I would say poor dude, but like, fuck him. Wretched doll. I've never seen Surveil before. You can look at the top card of your deck and then throw it into the graveyard if you don't want it. Which can go with the taking it out of the graveyard with the max speed. Oh, okay, I see now. I see. Guide-like Strategist. +1 for each artifact you control. Oh, I see the problems with this. Rise from the Wreck. Return 1 target creature card, up to 1 target mount card, and 1 target vehicle. And 1 target creature with no abilities from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, just 4 different like things to your hand. Okay. There's another land here that I just apparently didn't see, so I'm going to do that one first. And it is the foil of the pack. Just stretching my knees out first. Never forget to stretch. Never forget to stretch. So we got the Night Market. And when it enters, you choose the color, so you have to decide it first. And finally, we have our first legendary creature. Actually, no, it's not the first legendary creature, but it's another legendary creature. Daretti, Rocketeer Engineer. Power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Is there an artifact that had like a 6 on it? Could have sworn. Yeah. Yeah, there was an artifact vehicle that had 6 on it, and it's only 4 mana. So you can make him a 6/5. Let's see. Oh my god. Wait, so with lumbering world wagon. No, mana value. My bad. It's not the power of the other card. I'm looking for the actual highest mana value cost. In which case, I think it. Okay, there's a 5. No, that's 4. That's 4. I can't count. So that's only going up as high as 4. It looks like. When it enters or attacks, choose target artifact in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return the chosen artifact back to the battlefield. So you can make a swap, which is interesting. Let's see. It's a regular already. I don't expect it to really be anything. Yeah. Not even the borderless is anything. But I think there's an idea there. Guess who's back? Back again. It's another Chandra emblem. Kind of looks like Katarina, actually. It's a basic swamp. We're not missing out on anything. Alright. The Catalyzer again. A Grimbauble. Alright, this is new. Broken Wings. Destroy a target artifact, enhancement, or creature with flying. Which is a lot of this set that I have pulled already. Glitch Ghost Surveyor. When at max speed, you can exile this card and draw a card. Or exile this card from your graveyard and draw a card. Rad's End. The spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped permanent, and you can exile the target creature or vehicle. Yeah, that makes sense. Interface Ace. Wreckage Wickerfolk. Scarecrow. We just reveal 2. Everybody needs a tune up every once in a while. Return the target artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it's a vehicle, it becomes an artifact creature. Well, alright then. That's a sorcery. Tyrox. Sorry, Tyrant. A dinosaur. Ooh, wait. A dinosaur. I wonder if that works with Lost Caverns. Prime dinosaur meat. Roadside Blowout. Should be new. Costs 2 less to... Oh, my. Ooh, should be yawning like that. Costs 2 less if the target is... If it targets a permanent with a mana value of 1. To match it. Return target creature or vehicle an opponent controls to the owner's hand and then draw a card. Sweet. Boom Scholar. I like Boom Scholar. Just Boom Scholar. That needs to be a class in like a Final Fantasy like adjacent game. I'm sorry. Boom Scholar. Imagine some dude just running around slinging dynamite everywhere. We call him a Boom Scholar. That's just the noise from Pizza Tower, actually. Exhaust abilities of other permanents you control cost 2 less. A Wastewood Verge. Which actually, I think that... I need to correct myself if I'm wrong here. But I think that might mean something. Yep, it does. Wastewood Verge is our first hit. 658. And then we have another foil. It's Pace Setter Paragon. 658. Interesting how it only innately gives you forest. You have to control a swamp or a forest in order to get the... No, so the Final Fantasy that set doesn't release yet. That's I want to say it's June 12th, June 14th. I did order a set from there, like a set booster. So we'll go through that. We'll see if there's anything in there. But hey, keep it in mind, if there's something you want in there and I can pull it on stream, I'll give you the first copy of it. I can't make you any promises because I'm opening a set booster, but I will make you that guarantee. If there's something you want from it, I can figure out how to get it to you. First hit of the day. Put it on top of the Dragon Air from the other day. I need to get my... Oh no, is this my last set? Oh, this might be my last set. I gotta rebuy these. I gotta get some more sleeves. Oh no. I wasn't supposed to run out of sleeves. This is bad. But yeah, dude, I cannot wait for the Final Fantasy set. I need me my Cactar. I need me my Terra. I don't know if this is a Zon card. I saw Vivi. I saw Kina got a card. For God's sakes, Kina got a card. I hope Zidane gets a card. You know, the Aerith full art that exists where she has the steel chair in hand. I need that. I need that. But I also do need Vivi as well. Because I actually have an idea for Vivi and Kefka after looking at the set online a little bit, trying to think of a commander deck to make with those two. Those two should be able to work with each other fairly decently. Okay. Another one of the art series. Let's see what we got here. Whoop. Is that Batman? Is that Batman riding a sidecar? I actually cannot tell what this is. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, my eyes are terrible. That is not Batman at all. I actually can't tell what that is. I can't tell if that's a walrus. It's riding a chariot. Even got a little dick archer, too. I'm actually not sure what I was looking at here. Well, it's a foil forest. Another Gear Seeker Serpent. Another Swiftwing Assailant. Another Goda. Another Vampire. I'm just going to slide that over there. Ah, something new. The Beast Rider Vanguard. Okay. Alright. My eyesight's terrible. But if you close your eyes, that the dude on the beast, if you squint your eyes, he looks like a helmet in either Destiny or Warframe, and I can never unsee it now. Pay more mana value. You can look at the top 3 cards of your library, reveal a permanent card from among them, and put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom. I thought this said Nimble Therapist for a second. It's Nimble Thoterist? Nimble Thoterist? Nimble Thought Terrorist? When it enters, creature create a 1/1 colorless artifact creature with flying. Okay. There's a reason for that. Wreck Remover. Whenever this artifact creature enters or attacks, you exile 1 target card from a graveyard, not your graveyard, from a graveyard, and gain 1 life. Velo Heartbite. I don't think we saw Ooze Patrol yet. There was like a different slime thing, but here's Ooze Patrol. When it enters, mill 2. +1/+1. No, we have seen this one. Hellish Sideswipe is new. That's new. As an additional cost to cast this, sacrifice an artifact or a creature, destroy target creature or vehicle. If the sacrifice permanent was a vehicle, you draw a card. Excuse me. Let me take another quick sweep. We haven't gotten any gigantic, huge stuff yet, but it's not the end of the pack yet. Reckless Velocitar. If you squint your eyes, it looks like Dracula. Whenever this creature saddles a mount or crews a vehicle, that mount... Okay, now we finally have something that gives a plus. So when this creature mounts or saddles, or mounts or crews, it gives a +2 in trample. That's good. Unstoppable Plan. At the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. And then a foil Keen Buccaneer. I actually didn't notice it was Noctopus. Oh yeah, it is Noctopus. A foil octopus. Parry the foil octopus. Alright. Let's see here. That's the best I'm going to ever open that pack. We got a Thoder token. There you go. And we got Blossoming Sands. Q Megalovania, because I know what I just said. I don't think a Blossoming Sands is something to look out for. No, as far as I can tell, it is not. Alrighty, we got another Beast Rider Vanguard. Nimble Thought Police. Ah, okay, this is new. A Lotus Guard Disciple. When this creature enters, target creature or vehicle gains lifelink and indestructible. Okay. Yeah, of course the Lotus Guard Disciple hasn't got anything going on for it. Why would it? Kickoff celebrations. An enchantment will start your engines. When it enters, you may discard a card and draw 2. And then at max speed, you can sacrifice this, and creatures you control gain haste. Thought I heard somebody jump in, but maybe I missed it. Alright. Another spin out. As an instant. I know how to read. Migrating Ketrodon. Another dinosaur. A lot of dinosaurs coming back. I'm realizing and recognizing. So this guy's got reach, and when he enters, you gain 4 life, which is interesting. Alright. A Skybox Fairy. It's a fairy in the skybox. Let's see. Alright. Momentum Breaker. When this enchantment enters, each opponent sacrifices a creature or vehicle of their choice, and whoever can't discards a card. And if you sacrifice this, you gain life equal to your speed, so you can gain up to 4 speed. Up to 4 life. Spire Mech Cycle. Ooh, interesting. So if you exhaust it, you can tap an untapped mount or vehicle and put a +1/+1 on it for each mount and or vehicle you control other than this vehicle. Ooh. Ooh. Just start stacking vehicles and then tap something and it's like, well, what are you going to do against the 10/10? A Ben 10. No, I'm joking. Defend the Rider. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible, or a 1/1 pilot token. With this token, saddles, mounts, and crews as though it were power 2 or greater. Or as though it were 2 greater power. Okay. So I can do up to 3. I haven't seen a 3 crew yet, I don't think. We may have, and I just didn't notice, but I don't think I've seen a 3 crew yet. Alright. So I'll swap some things around in my hand. So we have Broadside Barrage. That's close to a Mysticart name, actually. Hubert's Mysticart. Deal 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker and then draw a card and discard a card. Because why not? Another Unstoppable Plan, but this time it's foil. And then I'm just going to re-look this up. Yep. What's the difference? Oh, there's no border there. I see. Yep, we got a new hit. So we got the Radiant Lotus. Sacrifice one or more artifacts, choose a color. Target player adds 3 mana of the chosen color for each artifact sacrificed in this way. Wait, 3 mana for each artifact? Okay, it costs 6. But you can just sacrifice a bunch of artifacts. You can just sacrifice a bunch of vehicles and then get like so much mana. That's a lot. That's a lot. And then there's ways to bring that stuff back from the grave. That's a lot. I can see why this is a hit, because I can see that being useful. Okay, it's not the last pack, but we are getting some good stuff. Second to last pack though. See, not that hard. Interesting. Very, very interesting, actually. So we have a card that displays the max speed stuff. This is good for like a set piece, actually. Alright. We got the Guide Light Optimizer. When you tap it, it adds water mana. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact or activate an ability, though. Got the Broadcast Rambler. Is that a horse? Kind of looks like a horse. Get a 1/1 colorless artifact creature token. The Gastel Blockbuster. Oh, hey. Isn't that Doom Man? Yeah, this is Doom Man. Doom Man is his little brother. When this creature enters, you may sacrifice a creature or vehicle. When you do, destroy target artifact on an opponent controls. You won't stop me when I put it into maximum overdrive. Oh, Death Touch and Indestructible, because yeah, why not? And then give it like double strike. Stampeding Scurryfoot. You exhaust it, put a +1/+1, and then create a 3/3 elephant token. Hey, another Dynamite Diver. Another Night Market. Haunt the Network. Choose a target opponent, create 2 1/1 artifact creatures or tokens, then choose Chosen player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Okay. Of course it is. Reckless Dracula. Transit Mage. When this creature enters, you may search your library for an artifact card with excuse me. With mana value 4 or 5, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. Okay, so just free searching. Just straight up search for it. Look at the doggo. The district mascot. Look at this guy. Enters with a +1/+1. If you pay something, if you pay 2 mana, you can remove 2 +1/+1s from this creature to destroy a target artifact. And you can saddle it to put another +1/+1 on it. Well, when it attacks while saddled. Curse Cloth Wrappings. Zombies you control get a +1/+1. Interesting. Target creature card in your graveyard gains Embalm until the end of the turn. The Embalm cost is equal to its mana cost. So if you exile a creature and pay its Embalm cost, you create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a white zombie in addition to its other types. It has no mana cost. You can only Embalm as a sorcery. That's interesting. I feel like there's something there, but I'm not seeing any visions with it. But I do want to know because it sounds familiar on the list here. I want to make sure I'm not missing out. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. I forgot to take the forest out, but it's another one of the racetrack one. Alright, and then Crash and Burn. Destroy a target vehicle or Crash and Burn deals 6 damage to a target creature or planeswalker. Alright, we're on the last pack. There's enough cards in here that I feel like you can make a decent deck using all of the vehicles, but maybe not. I'm not sure yet. You want to use land that can A, be searched for, and B, put up the engines as soon as possible. Because you have to be able to attack with that to get the speed up. Which again begs the question: if you lose the speed, do you basically just lose the game, or do you have to get that speed back up? Another artifact creature. Okay. Thornwood Falls. Green and blue. Just see here. Alright. Another Lotus Guard Disciple. Another Celebrations. Another Spit Out. Yeah, it was an instant. I never watched it on Surveyor. We haven't seen that guy in a little bit. Flood the Engine. When this R enters, tap Enchanted Permanent. Enchanted Permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. It's a bike. Ooh. Walking Sarcophagus, a zombie cat. Which has to start your engines. Okay. A zombie cat is interesting. A Lacrian Armory. Creatures you control get +1 to their toughness and have vigilance. And at the beginning of your combat, you're on your turn, choose up to one target mount or vehicle. Until the end of the turn, that permanent becomes saddled if it's a mount. It becomes an artifact creature if it's a vehicle. So it just gets to do that. To 1. Another Sabotage. Another Collector. Another Rise from the Wreckage. Ooh, okay. Culloden, the Triumph Caster. Mounts and vehicles you control have haste. Whenever a mount you control enters, it becomes saddled until the end. Oh, so it just freely gets saddled. I see a commander. Ooh, I do see a commander, actually. Whenever a vehicle you control enters, it becomes an artifact creature. So it just innately does it for you. Ah, I see a commander here. Problem being, though, is that I don't have enough cards to actually make the deck for this commander. Nope, knock something over. I like the idea of it. I have to look into it. The Speed Demon. Flying with Trample. At the beginning of your end step, when you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is your speed. Ooh. So once this is cast, you'll lose... Evidently, you probably lose 4 life and draw 4 more cards. Interesting. And a foil bauble. Alright, that seems to be everything from here. Stick you on there. That seems to be everything. That's all of Tarkir. I'm very curious about how the whole speed thing works, because I see the vision on some things, and then other things are like, this seems like what's something you want to do, but maybe there's a reason you don't. But either way, let's go ahead and open. That said was the end of Tarkir. I meant that was the end of Aetherdrift. I'm dumb. But yeah, that's the end of Aetherdrift. We're going to see what Tarkir actually has in store for us. Yeah, I mean, I got to learn it eventually for, the club and everything that I run, but as of right now, it's not really that high top priority, so it's okay to not know. One of these days, we can learn together whenever I finally make that video for building decks. I'll get to that one day. Who knows? Maybe the Final Fantasy booster will finally have what I need for that, but that's going to also be such a long stream. Like, let's see, it took us an hour to open the Aetherdrift. It might only take us an hour to open Tarkir. I want to throw these in here. Technically speaking, I don't know if this will go over it. Let me see. Okay, I wish I didn't do that. I'm going to come back to this and then try and figure out if there is like something with that Planeswalker to explain, by the way, for you, E-Man. I don't know if you've ever played or seen Magic, Magic has a lot of formats, but one of the more popular formats is called Commander. In Commander, you get a legendary creature that, well, acts as your commander. That's, I don't think it's technically always out in the field, but it's just kind of always there for its ability. It can be summoned to the battlefield, but when it dies, it goes back to being like in the commander spot. And the way that works is that a standard Magic deck would be 60 cards, like any of your regular like your Pokemon, your Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh is like 40, but any of your standard like trading card games, it would be, I forgot the dice. It would be like 60. Commander is 100 cards. So Commander's 100 cards, and they all have to be different cards. You cannot have dupes, which makes it kind of hard to think about how to build when you don't really have that luxury afforded to you. Yeah, so Commander, which is apparently, I think, the more popular out of between that and Standard, Commander is 100 card decks, and every card has to be a different card. To where Standard, you can have up to 4 of a card, like a normal card game. Commander, you must have a different, like, you cannot have dupes. You have things that do similar things, but you cannot have dupes. It takes the legendary creature rule that's in the whole game, where you can only have one of that legendary creature, and then makes it every card. So that's why I'm saying, like, I see the vision here. I would need a little bit more Aetherdrift to make it work, because one of the other things about Commander is that you are locked to I might be able to actually show it to you before we open Tarkir. I'm going to show this to you because I like being able to explain this, at least for me to have this for later for the club. Hang on, where was it? It should be one of the last creatures. Should be one of the last creatures. Hang on. So there you go. So for Culloden here, along with Hatsune Miku and every Assassin's Creed character, I mean, here's the caveat. So when I hold him up here, and it focuses so you can see the mana colors. You see how that's the red, the mountain color, and the plain white color? When I use Culloden as a commander, I can only use cards that fit those two colors. That's the caveat. That's how they limit you. So I can use Culloden. I could use the Boom Scholar or the Paragon. I can't use Defend the Rider. Can't use this because it's green. So that's the caveat of Commander. Because, I mean, like, kind of otherwise, you would have problems. You would have problems. Not even just like regular, oh, somebody can make something really powerful. Regular people would have problems just trying to get mana for things to work. So technically speaking, that's why I want when I open Final Fantasy, I want Kefka and Vivi, because using either one allows me to use the other one in the deck. So if one's a commander, the other one can be used. I think Kefka has planes on him, but that still just allows me to use Vivi, because Vivi should be only fire water. If I'm not mistaken, Vivi should only be mountains water or red blue. So that does it for Aether. Let's go ahead and open Tarkir. if you're ever interested and don't want to actually spend money, how Negan and Noctis are going to be in the 2 crossovers together. There was Walking Dead. I think there was Walking Dead Magic the Gathering cards. That's funny to think about. So not only did he get into Tekken, they put my boy Negan in Magic too. I gotta see that. This went so well the first time. There we go. Tekken and Magic, they both got crossovers. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, if you also are interested in the extended universe, there's Spider-Man coming out too. Spider-Man's in September. I don't know who it was that just had the collab. I feel like there was like a Hello Kitty's collab. Street Fighter also had a Magic collab as well. I got a couple of those cards. I don't recommend trying to like open anything from those because those are very expensive to get nowadays. Alright, so we got the box. 9 14 card packs. 1 free foil, 15 foil lands, 15 regular lands, and I'll show you the dice and the box. But let's see what's in the box. What's in the box? Peek. Honestly, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that's Dragoon. I can't wait to see what the Final Fantasy stuff looks like. I'm probably not going to get a box like this because it's going to be really hard to. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of the Final Fantasy set looks like, man. I'm so excited. Some people don't exactly gravitate to the extended universe stuff because of, well, kind of how silly it's gotten. It's been going on for years. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. Oh, I like this dice. I'm taking this dice to D&D tomorrow when I host the D&D at the library I work at. I'm taking this. I'm using that dice. That's a nice dice. That is a nice dice. I like that dice. Alright. Enough about the dice, though. Let's open up the lands. And then we open up the packs. Okay. You know what I can do for you while I'm streaming, actually? Because I don't know if I was talking about it. It's not that. It's this. If my PC doesn't crash. Oh, please don't. Okay. There you go. There you go. Alright. Open that. Open this. Go over here. Where are you? There you are. There you go. That link I just sent you is a link to an online card battler where you can just make the decks for free because it's digital. It's a great way to learn the game. I don't know if they have the Final Fantasy cards on there yet. Sometimes they might actually have the set. Just wait until it's supposed to actually release. But like, if you wanted to play around with it, or if you just wanted to play a game too, I have to make some decks on there eventually, so I can give myself more time to learn things. But yeah, it's a great way to like understand everything. To more Battle Crier, the free foil that comes with the box. During your turn, spells cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a power 4 or greater. Oh no. Oh no. That's the foil. Plains. The island. Oh yeah, yeah. They have literally every Sid. I forgot about that. I kind of want the Final Fantasy IV Sid. Spoiler alert: I'm kind of old. I played 4. I love 4. It's been a while since I played 4 though. Swamp. I would love the 4 Sid. There's the mountain. Yeah, I love how you can see a shadow of a dragon in every single one. There's the forest. I don't remember what Sid did though. I feel like Sid did something, and I'm not sure what he did. Honestly, I gotta kind of be thankful though. They did not make every Sid do something different. That would have been ass. I'll tell you that right now. If every Sid did something different, I would have lost my. I would have lost it. Oh, this is cool. Oh, little cardlets to explain rules to you, and it gives you the rundown of like the turns. No. And then this goes over the popular formats. Like I was talking about before, you have standard, you have the third one I didn't mention, which is booster draft, and you have commander. And it says 99 card deck, but it also says commander and builds a 99 deck around that creature. The booster format is actually kind of fun too. You open, so you take these booster packs and you make a 40 card deck. In which, 9 times 14, there's enough cards in here to make 2 booster drafts. So you could technically give 2 people 4 packs, let them open it, and then leave the last pack for later. Or I don't know. Here's the other lands. Okay, let's get to opening. I'm not gonna take this one. So this isn't gonna have the start your engines set up because I think that's exclusive to Aetherdrift. Actually, what I forgot to do is that I gotta set my little handy dandy cheat menu over here to show me the card setup for everything, because this gives me the rundown of the set and what needs to be sleeved and what does not need to be sleeved. Meanwhile, while I wait for that to load, we got the token creature, a soldier. It's not going to load. Come on. I believe in you. Usually you don't get the really rare cards unless you're opening collector's boosters, by the way. But you can sometimes get some things in here. Most of the time, boosters like these are just for you to play by the name entitled on it. This looks more evenly spread, surprisingly. Okay. It doesn't look like The first thing in hand is going to mean much. So, we have the Windscarred Crag, a mountain plains land, and you gain a life. We have the Undergrowth Leopard. This works really well. I'm about to go back and make the actual cat commander that I wanted to make a long time ago. Because I'm starting to get more cats. You can sacrifice this creature to destroy a target artifact or enchantment. Okay, so this is new. So we got the Dirger Island Dragon. And it has an instant on it. Target up to one target creature, or tap up to one target creature and then draw a card. Then shuffle this card into your library. Interesting. It has an instant on it. Stormplane Detainment. When it enters, exile a target non-land permanent until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Rescue Leopard. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. More cats. I'm getting more cats. Adorned Crocodile. When this creature dies, create a 2/2 black druid, zombie druid token. You can exile this card from your graveyard and put a +1/+1 on target creature. Interesting. I'll keep that over here. Okay. Requiring 6 mana in total. The Monastery Messenger. Has flying and vigilance. When this creature enters, put up to one target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard to the top of your library. The Lightfoot Technique. Put a +1/+1. Flying and indestructible. You'll love to see it. Rally the Monastery. Cost 2 less if you cast another spell this turn. Note how that says spell, not instant, not sorcery, just spell, because all of these count as spells. That's the one thing that you have to remember, all of these count as spells. I see there's an ad break and I didn't notice. So I'm going to say it one more time. All of these count as spells. So anything that says just a spell, it'll activate this. So if you do a creature, it'll cost 2 instead of 4. You can create 2 1/1 monks. Up to 2 creatures get +2/+2. Or you can destroy a target creature with 4 or more power. Overwhelming Surge. That little guy is not having a good day. You can do one or both. Just deal 3 damage to a creature and destroy a target non-creature artifact. Jeskai Brushmaster. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that guy looks like he's just a waterbender. He gets double strike though. And when you cast a non-creature spell, he gets a +1/+1. So he can be a 3/5 instead of a 2/4, and then he can attack twice. Which something interesting about Double Strike I didn't know. Double Strike is first strike and then their regular attack, which is funny. We got the Corroding Dragon Storm. When this enchantment enters, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life, and you can surveil. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to your hand. Interesting. Ah, we got a first legendary creature. Actually, is it? Is it? It is. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm not a liar. Sarkon, Dragon Ascendant. Sarkon, these nuts. When Sarkon enters, you may behold a dragon. If you do, create a treasure token. To behold a dragon, you choose a dragon you control, or reveal a dragon from your hand. I can just imagine that. Hang on. I'm gonna put that face down since we haven't seen that yet. Do I have a dragon? I have an orc monk, a bird scout, a cat. Okay, here we go. Imagine this guy is placed down. You place this guy down. It's like, behold, woe, dragon be upon ye. Just so you can get a treasure token. When the dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 on Sarkon. Until the end of the turn, the Sarkon becomes a dragon in addition to its other types and gains flying. That's funny. And then finally, a foil Wingblade Disciple. Let's actually look for Sarkon right quick. Who knows? He might be something. He's not. He is not, actually. Never mind. I had hopes. Hopes were dashed. I am sad. Alrighty, we got a goblin token. Or a warrior token. Nope. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess you don't want to sit there. I guess you don't want to. You're welcome, by the way, E-Man. Let's see here. Dismal Backwater. Let's check and make sure this land isn't important. Blue-black. Okay, it's not. Have to check. Have to be vigilant. Alright, we got the Fortress Kingar, the dog soldier. Doggo. When this creature enters, it endures 1. You can put a +1/+1 on it or create a 1/1 white spirit token. Interesting. Twin Bolt, 2 damage. Divide it as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Standard. Let's see. Nightblade Brigade. Death Touch, because of course they do. Mobilize. Whenever this creature attacks, create a tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior and then sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. And when it enters, you surveil. Snakeskin Veil. Put a +1/+1 on target creature you control, and it gains hexproof until end of turn. Dispelling Exhale. As an additional cost, you may behold a dragon. I like how it says you may behold a dragon. It doesn't say you have to behold a dragon. Whoa! Dragon be upon you! Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. If a dragon was beheld, counter that spell unless the controller pays 4. Whoa! Dragon be... Curse of Dragon! I am loving Tarkir. Reigning Victor. Oh, looks like the dude from Lies of P. Another Mobilize, and when this creature enters, target creature gets a +1 and indestructible. Interesting. Wingspan Stride. Chance a creature is the +1/+1 in flying. And you can return it to the hand if you pay the mana cost. Glacial Dragon Hunt. Draw a card, discard a card. Discard a non-land card this way. Glacial Dragon Hunt deals 3 damage to target creature. And you can harmonize it. You can cast this card from your graveyard for its harmonized cost. And you may tap a creature you control to reduce that cost by X, where X is its power, and then exile the spell. So if you tap a creature with 4 power, it goes back to its original cost. Which is interesting to think about. So, as long as you only discard something that's not a land, you could potentially deal 6 damage to a creature before the turn is over. And in doing so, you can get rid of a problem that way. Might actually be good for the VV Kefka thing I'm thinking of. That might actually be good for the VV Kefka thing I'm thinking of. I'm gonna put this over here so I can keep up with it. That's the fun thing about all of these sets, because I can just take some cards from this set, use it on the next set, take some cards from the previous set, use it on the like something else. Yeah? Desperate Measures. Target creature gets +1/-1 until the end of the turn, and when it dies under your control, draw 2 cards. Kintree Severance. Exile target permanent with mana value 3 or greater. Ooh. Not this card, but Naga Fleshcrafter. No, excuse me. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. You can exile this card from your graveyard as a renew, put a +1/+1 on target non-legendary creature you control, and each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature. Anyway, Absent Monument. Foil. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic plain, swamp, or forest, and reveal it and put it in your hand. And then you can sacrifice it. Sometimes I'm too tired for these type of things. And you can sacrifice it and create an XX White Spirit, where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Alright. I don't have an artifact set yet. That's funny. Now, before I show what we just got, I just want to look it up. I am big sad. I am big sad, actually. This looks so cool. Mardu, the Siege Breaker. Look how cool this card looks. Look at it. You want to know the problem? It's only $1. But it looks so cool. I want to use this card so badly. If I can figure out how to use this card, I'm going to use this card. Death Touch and Haste. When this creature enters, exile up to one other target creature you control until this creature leaves the battlefield. When it attacks, for each opponent, create a tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice those tokens. I'm figuring this out. I'm figuring out how to use you. Actually, it requires plain, so I'm not sure if I can. It requires plain and swamp and mountains. I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure if I can. I have to really think about that, but I'm not sure if I can. I might have to use it in something else. Oh, but it does need to get sleeved. It is still $1. It's still something. It's not worthless. The curse of the cool card that doesn't live up to its hype still persists to this day. But it's so cool. Okay. Alright, speaking of spirit tokens, here's one. Here's two. Oh. Another Jungle Hollow. This is a foil Jungle Hollow. I remember Jungle Hollow wasn't something, right? Yeah, Jungle Hollow wasn't anything. Is the foil anything? The foil's not anything either. Jungle Hollow. Molten Exhale. May cast a spell as though it had flash if you behold a dragon as an additional cost. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. A worthy cost. Sacrifice a target creature as an additional cost, and an exile target creature or planeswalker. Sagu Pummeler. It's got reach. It can renew. And it's 4/4. Upending Whisper. Draw a card. You can harmonize it. Tap a creature you control to reduce the cost by X. And then extra. Might actually work for VV. Because this is just draw a card. This is just draw a card, actually. This might work for VV. I'm trying to pre-plan out VV. Can't use everything that has, like, the Behold the Dragon on it, though. That's the one problem. I don't know, actually, maybe this is also a good idea for VV as well. If you don't know, VV, one of the things VV does that for every time you cast a spell, VV deals 1 damage to players. Not just a creature, but to players. And I believe VV also gets a +1/+1, if I'm not mistaken. So every time you cast a spell, you're basically just dealing damage. If VV's your commander and the ability is always there, you see the gears turning? Ulcis Exhale. Behold the Dragon. Deal 5 damage to attacking or blocking creature. If you beheld a dragon, gain 2. Another Reigning Victor. Another Stride. Because I'm building a commander with VV, I can't actually have 2. But, other ideas. Spectral Denial. That's a doggo. That's a good boy. It's a good boy catching that lightning strike. Very good boy. Target spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. Ah, I see. X being the amount that you cast this with. Interesting. A Mystic Monastery. Gurmag Rakshasa. It's a menace. When it enters, it's put a -2 on an opponent creature. And a +2/+2 on something of yours. Zergo's Vanguard. Mobilize. This creature's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. With more and more tokens, this gets more and more scary. Bloomvine Regent. I need to actually look up the dragons. Unfortunately, not borderless. But actually, you know what? That's close enough. So, it's flying. Whenever this creature or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards. Reveal them, put 1 into the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand, and then shuffle. And then shuffle this card into your deck. That actually works with works with something else I was doing. Well, actually, no. It's gonna be over here. And then Ringing Strike Mastery. An enchantment. When this aura enters, tap the enchanted creature. Enchanted creature cannot untap during its controller's untap phase. And enchanted creature has pay 5 to untap me. Oh boy, I'm going to be doing that a lot. The amount of blue spells I'm seeing here I guess technically I am making a blue VV. But the Bloomvine Regent is okay. I wonder if... Yeah, because it doesn't hurt to check our other dragon friend here. This just helps me keep up with things a lot better. Okay, he's not. He's not. He's nowhere close. Had to check, but nowhere close at all. It actually means a lot of these cards where you have to behold for something really good to happen, I can actually use. I have to keep that in mind if I actually use that dragon. That's the closest thing I'm going to get. Alright, we got another spirit. Flip it around. Another spirit. The spirits do not rest. We got a Rugged Highlands. There was one land I can't remember what the name of it was. It's not this one though. Caustic Exhale. Behold the dragon or pay one more. Target creature gets -3/-3. Krotik Nest God. You were doing so well. You were doing so good. You were doing so good. Let's see. Just checking a few things here. Alright. It's a defender, so it has to defend, by the way, if it's a defender. If you pay the extra mana cost, it can attack if it wasn't a defender. Defenders can only defend. I thought this said for a hot second, Timu devotee. You really love Timu, huh? But Timur devotee. Another defender. Pay one, it adds mana. So you basically convert mana, essentially. Arshene's Sun Shield. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard, and then tap the target creature if you pay 1 plane. My book is falling. There you go. Oh, my knees sometimes, man. I swear. Another Molten Exhale. Took a while for that one. Watcher of the Wayside. When this creature enters, target player mills 2 cards. You gain 2 life. Alright. Artifact creature. I'm going to put it on creatures like I did before. Heritage Reclamation. And then either destroy a target artifact, destroy a target enchantment, or exile one target card from a graveyard, and then draw a card. Channel Dragonfire. Deal 2 damage to any target. And you can harmonize it. Effortless Master. Vigilance and Menace, and this creature enters with 2+1/+1 counters on it if you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Teeming Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, create 2/2 white soldier tokens, and when a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I feel like I could see where that was going. Karu Goldkeeper. There we go. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard during this turn, create a treasure token. I can see where that's going. Barren Step Siege. As it enters, choose Abzan or Mardu. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 to each creature you control, or at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. So get a +1/+1 in everybody, or make somebody regret attacking you. Nah, just guide Devotee. Now, see, I planned to open a Digimon box, but I may or may not get to that by the end of tonight. We'll see. Gablis. I might just speed blitz it too, depending. Another Scout Barons. Another Devotee. Another Sun Shield. Another Molten Exhale. Another Worthy Cost. Another Pummeler. A Reputable Merchant. When this creature enters or dies, put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. Disute Earth Carver. When this creature enters, it endures 3. Put 3 +1/+1s on it. Damn. Make that a 7/7. Wayspeaker Bodyguard. When it enters, return a non-land permanent with mana 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. And Flurry, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, tap target creature on opponent's control that an opponent controls. Interesting. Skirmish Rhino. Trample. When this creature enters, your opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Inspirited Vanguard. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, it endures 2. Ooh. So both when it enters and then when it attacks. So you can put 4 counters on this. Interesting. Fresh Start. It's got Flash. It enchants. Enchanted creature gets a -5 and loses all abilities. Well. Sinkhole Surveyor. I said Sinkhole Surveyor. Close enough. Whenever this creature attacks, you lose a life, and this creature endures 1. Ooh. And a Heritage Reclamation, but it's foil. Alright. Spirit. Ah, a new land, a tranquil cove. A Sand Skidder Outrider. I remember that game. You remember that game? Anybody ever play Outriders? The not Borderlands, basically, that Epic Games made. At least I believe it was Epic Games. It might have been a different company. It wasn't a bad game, but like, eh. It's got Menace. When it enters, it endures 2. Alright. Undergrowth Leopard. Island Dragon. Stormplane Detainment. Because we should have that one already. Rescue Leopard. Crocodile. Lyle. Aggressive Negotiations. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it and exile that card. And then put a +1/+1 on a creature you control. That's not negotiation. That's just you getting what you want. Lie in Wait. Turn target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Lie in Wait deals damage equal to that card's power to a target creature. Dolkoven Pack Beast. Mobilize 3. Vigilance. Rainveil Rejuvenator. Yathian Tomb Guard. When a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage, you draw a card and lose a life. Alright. Roar of Endless Song. As this song enters, and after you draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice it after 3 lore counters. So you can create a 5/5 green elephant for 1 and 2 lore counters. Or you can double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of the turn. Oh, keep making elephants and then nuke the other player. That might be. I might be able to use this. I'm not sure if I can, but I might be able to use this. Maybe. Ooh, excuse me. Maybe. Let me keep it here for now. Disruptive Stormblood. Foil. Put target creature with power 3 or less. Or destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Petty Revenge. When it enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Let's see. Is the Stormbrood anything? Damn. No, it's not. But it's at least another dragon. That's good to have. Alright, I'm gonna be real with you. I just got another art showcase. And I held it upside down. And I thought it was from, like, Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. And I turned it right side up. And it looks cool. This looks like, it's like something from, like, the old Dungeons and Dragons, like, arcade game. I like it. Alright. We have a new land here, Swiftwater Cliffs. We have a Piercing Exhale. Behold the Dragon. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to a target creature or planeswalker, and then surveil 2 if you beheld. Snowmelt Stag. Looks like that one deer boss from Elden Ring. The Ancestral Spirit, I believe it's called. Vigilance, and during your turn, this creature has a base power and toughness of 5/2, so it flips. And if you pay the extra cost, it can't be blocked. Interesting. Boop. Riling Dawnbreaker. The Signaling Roar. Create a 2/2 white soldier. At the beginning of your combat, another creature you control gets a +1 till the end of the turn. Seize Opportunity. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+1 until the end of the turn. Well, I kind of know what I would actually want to do. Another Outrider. Summit Intimidator. That's not a roller coaster. Actually, is the Intimidator still a thing? At like King's Dominion? I remember the Intimidator is still a ride. When this creature enters, target creature can't block this turn. I don't remember if that's a thing. Aggressive Negotiations. I put that in a different deck, actually. Actually, yeah. I might put this in a different deck. There should be another one. There's a different deck I was making. These might go well in them. Frontline Rush. Great. Okay. Create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, or target creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. Opulent Palace. 3 different mana. Strategic Betrayal. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Wait, exiles the entire graveyard? Okay, this looks... Hang on. So, it's not... Oh. Oh, asking you shall receive. I think we just got... Oh yeah, we just got another hit. We just got another one. The Corey Steel Cutter. Equipped creature gets a +1/+1 and has trample and haste. It's a flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 monk with prowess. You may attach this equipment to it. And you can pay to equip it to something else. Okay. This has got to get sleeved. I need to sleeve that. Just let my knee... I have a bad knee from college. Yeah, I'm 25 and saying that. It's going to get even worse as I get older. I sprained it good playing some regular old basketball. I went up for a layup, and I came down for a lay down. United Battlefront. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanents with mana value 3. Oh, no, we've had this before. I'm pretty sure we had this before. And then a reputable merchant. That sounds like a nice card. We aren't going to leave this place without a couple of hits. Yeah, I think I'm going to save the... Once again, I'm going to save the Digimon for another time, because I don't want to be here until, like, midnight. If my work schedule was a little bit different, I would change my tune, but I got to make a little bit better decisions to not hamper my own sleep schedule. So, unfortunately, I won't get to the Digimon packs. And hopefully next card video won't be for a while, and that's when the Final Fantasy comes in. So Digimon might be sitting on the back burner for a little bit. But another spirit token. Yeah, I'm learning how to train my dragons. How you doing, Emmanuel? Like I was saying, I wanted to get to the Digimon, but I might not tonight. I'm not gonna try and force it, honestly. Yeah, it's already 9:50. It's gonna be like 10 o'clock. 10. No, it's not gonna be that long. I only have one more pack to go after this one. Ooh, all right. Foil Blossoming Sands. Another Unending Whisper. Another Exhale. That's an instant. That's an instant. There we go. I'm getting a lot of good ideas from these two, by the way. I can't wait to see how the Final Fantasy packs look. We got the Shock Brigade. Get to mobilize with it, and it's a menace. The Feral Death Gorger. Now that's a raw ass name. We got the Dust Sight, which is put a +1/+1 on a target creature and then draw a card. And it's got Flying with Death Touch. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Okay, if people are starting to get in now, maybe I might still do one of these Digimon boxes, actually. Maybe. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Actually, let's check this. How's everybody doing? It's time for what you mean? No, I don't have any Wednesday games picked out yet. I do have one thing that needs to happen next week so that we can be ready for tournament next Saturday. But aside from just resupplying it with more Tales of, I don't have a Wednesday game picked out at all. Let's see here. Trade Route Envoy. This is new. Do I like rhythm games? Well, I do on occasion. Still trying to go back to Friday Night Funkin' every once in a while, and the library does have DDR now. With the mat. Wow, this does not want to focus. This does not want to focus. Hang on. There you go. There you go. Every now and again. You know what? Tell you guys what. I will go through half of one of these boxes, and then we'll see how many, or we'll see how much I get through by the end of like 45-ish minutes whenever I finish going through all of these, because we're already at 10 o'clock. I'll go that extra distance for y'all. Let's see here. When it enters, I might hate you for this. I don't think so. I don't think so. Draw a card. If you control a creature with a counter on it, if you don't draw a card this way, put a +1/+1 on this creature. Alright, well, sweet. The Jade Cast Sentinel. Put target card from a graveyard in the bottom of its owner's library. That's artifact creature. Yeah, that's fair. Tamora Tanibat. When this creature enters, draw a card, discard a card. Krumar Initiate. A human cleric. Pay life. This creature endures X amount of life. Oh. Oh. No, joke. I am surrounded by boxes. I am surrounded by so many boxes. Furious Forebear. When a creature you control dies while its card is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 mana and 1 plane. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Use it like a stepping stone, basically. Sultai Monument. Do I like dubstep? Dubstep's fine. It's not like ear grating. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic swamp forest. Oh, I think we had this before. Yeah, I think I had this before. That's a fine genre. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Why don't I get the feeling you're about to try and pay me to play Everhood? Is that what you're doing? Did I sleuth it out? Oh, Emmanuel and E-Man, Geometry Dash. Oh.
Geometry Dash.
Oh. Well, I have an idea now of what I want to do next Wednesday. Do I do next Wednesday or the Wednesday after? We'll do Geometry Dash. Hang on. I have to. Hang on. Because no matter what, next Saturday is City of the Wolves. And fun fact, that game is still not installed on my PS5. So I kind of need to do that at some point. That doesn't mean it'll, doesn't guarantee it'll have its own stream, but I do want to actually do that. I'm going to say City of the Wolves on heads. Alright, that doesn't count because somehow the coin has now landed on its literal side. Don't ask me how I was able to do that. And I have lost the coin. The coin, my quarter. My quarter. My quarter. Oh my god, the quarter's gone. Oh my god, the quarter's gone. The quarter's gone. New quarter. The quarter's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I can't do anything. It's gone. It's actually gone. The quarter is gone. Dude, how did I lose 2 quarters? I lost 2 quarters. I lost 2 quarters. No. I got it. Dear God, can I just flip this quarter and catch it? So next Wednesday is Geometry Dash. It's going to be a hybrid. I'll make it a hybrid. I'll just make it a hybrid. Yep, I'm going to make next Wednesday a hybrid. Just give me the time you would be around to watch Geometry Dash, and then I'll be able to schedule it like that. And then we'll see how many participants are there for Saturday, next Saturday, and if all things go according to plan, school will be out, so any time will matter. Good. Then I'll probably do Geometry Dash first, and then go into some City of the Wolves. It actually works better for me because then lets me do less online, if not any online at all, actually. That lets me do less, and I'm actually okay with that. Attuned Hunter will continue this. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard during certain... Oh, no, we had this before. It's so hard to remember what we have and had not had. Draco Genesis. When it comes to Geometry Dash, because there's so many... Oh, no. I understand where it got that from. Because of Geometry Dash and how it has so many, like, bass, like, songs and then the community songs on top of it, like, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. There's gonna be so many of them that's like, I'm probably not gonna finish them. So I'm gonna at least give them a couple of plays, and then we're gonna move on to the next song. Unless I really get stuck on one and I'm like, it's not gonna beat me. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're probably gonna spend an hour on the first song. But what I also can do is that we'll try and like split it up a little bit, because again, we still have Graces that, as much as I don't want it to, Graces is gonna go probably all the way till the end of June. As much as I don't want it to. And I mean, that's unless I just make a hard stop and do some stuff off screen and get what I want to do on screen ready. Of a certain difficulty, well, we can see about that one. I'll give you that one. We can see about that one, because I know there's certain difficulties that exist in that game, and I probably can't even beat something higher than a 2 or a 3 star. You may cast dragon spells while paying their mana cost. That's a lot. I guess if your hand is full of dragon spells, but that's a lot. That's a lot. Might work out, though. Could work out. Watcher of Wayside. But yeah, no, I am hella down to do some Geometry Dash. Absolutely hella down to do Geometry Dash. I just gotta work it into the schedule a little bit. But hey, I gotta thank you. I finally got to hear that played in an actual scenario. And you know what? You didn't choose Rainbow Six Siege or playing Overwatch's Mercy. And so I just am gonna have to be thankful. You also didn't choose Rise of Lyric. Monk. Burb. That I at least enjoy a little bit. Well, I thank you for that one. That's not my token stat. There we go. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Absolutely. Come on, go away. There you go. I had a weird notification on my desktop here. I can understand that. So yeah, Monday's gonna be some more Graces. Will I lose my mind? Probably, but will I really rage? I don't know. I can usually. I mean, granted, you could have seen me Monday night. Monday night was me like on the verge. I was on the verge because I thought I was hitting buttons correctly. Apparently, I wasn't. I was on the verge. It was starting to suck a little bit. Einok Wayfarer. The Riverwalk technique. Why does that sound like a somebody's dance move in like a song? Yeah, that was the last one of Lineage and Legacies. That was the final part for Lineage and Legacies. But we're not done with that game yet, because guess what I still need to do? There's something called the Zone Cage. We're going down to normal difficulty for that, by the way, because I need to kill those dragons. If you remember that one dragon boss fight we tried doing, yeah, I gotta kill those guys. I'm not doing that on hard. The owner of target non-land permanent puts it on their choice of the top or bottom, or counter target non-creature spell. Okay. Coordinated maneuver. Deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker, or destroy an enchantment. And our set's Rebuke. Deals 5 damage to target creature. Add a red, blue, or white mana. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Damn. Surprise! Yeah. And honestly, it's a good surprise. Honestly, it's a good surprise. I haven't touched Geometry Dash in ages. I think it'll be a good time for me to go back. Honestly, really thought you were about to say Everhood, and I was like, I'm not opposed to playing Everhood. I think I have to buy it though. All right, the Delta Bloodflies. Whenever this creature attacks, if you control a creature with a counter on it, each opponent loses 1 life. Sultai Devotee. Death Touch and add. That's not a land. The Jade Sentinel. Tanaback. Frontier Bavot. I don't know actually how to pronounce that. But hey, adds mana. Sumpuro Kareen. Flash and Flying, when it enters, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. If it was a token, draw a card. Essence Anchor. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Tap it, create a 2/2 black zombie. Because why not? Sage of the Skies. When you cast a spell, if you cast another spell this turn, copy this spell. Oh! It's got Flying Lifelink. Oh! You get 2 of them. Jeskai Monument. When this artifact enters, search your library for a basic island, mountain, or plains. Reveal it, put it in your hand. And then shuffle. And then sacrifice this artifact. And make 2 birds. Because why not? That looks to be the end of Tarkir. I won't lie. Got a lot of cards for Vivus in a little while. I'm making it known now. I'm trying to make a Vivi thing later. So we will see if I succeed in that when we get the Final Fantasy booster. As promised, it is not 3 hours yet. So there's something. Okay, you know what? Instead of Digimon. Nah, that's a little bit too much. I really don't want to split these because then I'll have them open, and I don't have anything Uh, I have to think about this for a second because I don't want to split them. I want to try and keep these somewhat the same. This is unfortunately all the magic that I have. Unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever shown you guys some other cards that I got when I went to a card shop a while ago. I'll be right back. I can show these off. Because I really don't want to split the Digimon, actually. And I thought we were going to end around, like, 10. But now it's getting closer to 10:30, and I don't want to overlap. Okay. So instead of... Actually, I do actually have some other Digimon I can show because I opened some packs at the draft event and I never got to show those here. So I will be able to show some Digimon. But I don't have my headset on, so I can't hear anything. That's not fun. That's never fun. So what we have here, I was able to, like I was talking about with E-Man earlier, I was able to get some of the Street Fighter set. So I've got a couple of those, and I have some of the Transformers collaboration. These are some cool cards. You got the Zangief Red Cyclone. And Zangief has to be blocked. As long as it's your turn, he's indestructible. And when he deals damage, if he deals excess damage, you destroy a non-creature, non-land permanent. Guile, the Sonic Soldier. Whenever Guile enters the battlefield or attacks, you put a charge counter on him and remove one from him. When you remove a counter from him, or remove one from him, when you remove one, you choose either the Sonic Boom and deal 4 damage, or the Flash Kick and get lifelink and indestructible. And I really like that. I almost want to make something around Guile. On the Transformers side, you get Megatron. Because they're Transformers, they have they transform. So you can pay to transform them, or you can just leave him as Megatron. Opponent can't cast spells during combat, and at the beginning of your post-combat phase, you can convert Megatron. And you can add the symbol there. I forgot what exactly that symbol is for each 1 life your opponent has lost. And then if it's Megatron Destructive Force, it's a creature that's also a vehicle. I didn't think about that for Aetherdrift. Whenever Megatron attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact, and when you do, Megatron deals damage equal to the sacrifice artifact's mana value to target creature. If there's excess, instead of the damage is the damage is dealt to the creature's controller and you convert back. So if you overkill something, you do extra damage. And then Optimus Prime, you can convert him if you pay the extra. At the beginning of your end step, you bolster 1. And when Prime dies, you return him converted. Same living metal. He also has trample. Whenever you attack, you bolster 2. The chosen creatures gain trample. And when the creatures deal combat damage, you return Optimus back. So kind of nice commanders to think about. Show them as close as I can on the camera. Once again. If they want to focus. I don't. Maybe it won't focus with just two. Yeah, maybe it won't focus with just two. Megatron. Well, you got the front side of Optimus. Here's the truck Optimus. You've been struck by truck. Ow! Guile once more. And Bongief once more. I get to show those, and then if it's the right box that's literally sitting next to me, I can show something from the draft event I went to a while back. It's been a while. Let's see. Was it these? I don't think it's these. Was it these? I don't think it was these. It might not be these. Might not be these. Not those. So which one is it? Let's see here. It's not that, or is it? I don't know actually. Emmanuel, you might actually remember which one this is. Forgot I got a Jesmon. Forgot I just got like the Jesmon too. Where are you? Here we go. It wasn't here. I just never sleeved it. So I got that Jesmon, but I also had gotten that Altea. I wanted to sleeve both of those. Sorry, I have to look for a place to put these things. I am out of space here. If you can't tell, I'm out of space. But yeah, I pulled this Altea at a release event at the local card shop I try to frequent every now and again when I actually have money to spend and I'm not financially destitute. But isn't this a cool card? I don't think I ever did show it until just now, but isn't this really cool? The important part is it's actually useful because it's a memory center. It was actually really nice to do that, and then just Jesmon. Just Jesmon. There we go. Unfortunately, if I had a little bit more time, I would have tried to open one of the two. I can at least sneak peek for you guys what you have in store for the next time we do cards. Assuming the entirety of the cavalcade around me does not collapse. But I can show you what we have in store for next time. You see, next time we do cards, we got these beauties to open. Assuming I don't wait so long that this is not like the current set, which it probably isn't even the current set anymore. I think this was like the beginning of April or like mid-April when I got this, so there might actually be a new set already. But I was able to snag this at a convention, and I really want to open this. This was on sale. There's some things in here that I'm looking for to try and actually build my first deck for Digimon, because I still haven't done that yet, and I really need to. But I also just want to look inside this and just open it and see what cool stuff is in it. So look forward to the next time we do Digimon as an actual opening. And then hopefully I won't blue ball you on those if you were waiting for those. Um, but yeah. Next card pack opening. If I don't try to squeeze these guys out, next card pack opening will be the Final Fantasy collab for Magic. And then afterwards, I will have to see if I can't secure a Destined Rivals for Pokemon. If not, these guys move up, if that makes any sense. I don't want to hold on to them too long. I've already had the Lorcana issue and debate. We finally got to open those. Speaking of Lorcana, there's still more Lorcana. And if everything goes right when I go to work tomorrow, we'll be adding a new card game that might be getting opened on stream in preparation to introduce it to the library. So, with that being said, I've got a lot ahead of me that needs to get prepared for and planned. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic night. Take care. I will see you. I was about to say Monday. And it's not on my schedule because I never updated my schedule. We may be having a special farewell to a game that didn't deserve to die on Sunday. No guarantees because I have to talk again to the person who I was getting that ready with. But we may be saying 07 to a very special multiverse that shouldn't have died as soon as it's about to die. But with that being said, take care. Have a fantastic night. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. I don't think it. Nope, it didn't.